All right, so we are starting along. We've been talking about quadratic functions for for an entire unit now, and when we solved a bunch of them. Now we need to talk about graphing them. So we need to sort of start looking at closely at the graph of a quadratic function. And the plan is to look at all the important parts, and we're going to do that through targets, through learning tasks 1, 2, and 3. And then in learning task, and number 4. And then in learning task number 5, then we'll actually put all those pieces together and we'll create some graphs. So let's talk about what a quadratic function is. You already know this. A quadratic function is any function that contains x squared. Okay, that's a quadratic function. Now, when you graph those, they end up looking like that U-shaped, which is called a parabola. So if we were to sketch one, I'm not looking to put some points here, but essentially a quadratic function looks like this, something along these lines. Okay, something that looks like that. Now, I want to point out that these are not pointy. Okay, this is a smooth curve. It shouldn't have a flat bottom or top because this could very well be upside down. So it should not be flat and it should not be pointy. It should be a smooth curve. For the purposes of remote learning, you're going to be required to plot 7 points when you graph. And we'll get to that later, and I'll remind you of that. But 7 points is what you're going to be required to put down. The axis of symmetry. Well, the word axis means line, and you guys know what symmetry means. That's like looking in a mirror. It's the same thing on both sides, and it is a line. So if I were to split this parabola right in half, there would be my axis of symmetry right there. Axis of symmetry. And it is the line that cuts the parabola in half. Okay, that's going to be your axis of symmetry. All right, so you need to be able to identify this axis of symmetry and name it. So we're going to do that. Everything we're going to do in this unit, we're going to do 3 ways. We need to be able to do it from a picture, we need to be able to do it from a table, and we need to be able to do it algebraically, which means just given a function. Okay, so from a picture is really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to find where the parabola is cut in half. And there it is. Okay, now, this is a vertical line, and we learned earlier this year that when you are naming the equation of a vertical line, all the points on this vertical line have the same x value. So the equation of this would be x equals, and then it's wherever it crosses the x-axis. So x equals -2. Okay, and that's not a single point. That is a line. This is the equation of a line. Okay, now, from a table, we can still identify where it is. What we want to do is we want to look on the table. So when you're going to go graph these parabolas, you're going to put them in your calculator into y equals. Okay, this will be later in the unit. And then you're going to look on the table. You're going to look for this right here. What I want you to notice about these y values is they kind of are a mirror image. Notice 2, -3, -6, -7, and then it starts going back up. -6, -3, 2. What that means is that this right here, this is like the middle of the parabola, if you will. So that allows us to know where my axis of symmetry is. And in particular, we're looking for the x value of it. So in this case, my axis of symmetry is going to be x equals -1. Okay, and for now, just go with that. Later on, when we start actually graphing these and looking at vertexes and stuff, it's going to make a lot more sense what's going on here at this particular. This is a very special point right here, -1, -7. That's going to end up being a pretty special point. Okay, and then let's do one algebraically. So let's make one up. How about y equals x squared plus 6x minus 3? Well, we actually have a formula for finding the axis of symmetry, and that formula is x equals, notice that my axis of symmetry is always x equals. So my formula is x equals -b over 2a. And if that reminds you a little bit of the quadratic formula, it should. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to identify at least our a and b values. So we're going to have a equals 1 here and b equals 6. And then we're just going to plug into our formula. X equals -b over 2a. X equals -6 over 2 times 1. And that's -3. And there's my axis of symmetry right there. So now you know how to find the axis of symmetry from a picture, from a table, and just given the function, you're able to find it algebraically.